Hey my entrepreneurial friends, happy Sunday, Vitaly Dubin is here, and in this video I want to share with you a couple of tips and some simple things that you can do to increase the profitability of your business, no matter what business that you run. You see, there are 125 million small businesses out there, and according to statistics, over 50% of these small businesses fail miserably within the first 2 years of starting the business. Now, why is that? You see, you and me, we have this entrepreneurial spirit. We have this dream. We want to serve as many people as possible. We want to provide high quality products and services into the marketplace that serves real needs of people and transform the quality of their lives, and in the process create real wealth for you and your family, create real freedom and time freedom, financial freedom, so you can do whatever you want with your time. And what ends up happening is the exact opposite. You know, when people start a business, they create a cash eating monster, right? This monster that grows so big they don't have any money left. You know, the amount of expenses just keeps growing and growing and growing. The must pay bills keeps growing, credit card debts is accumulating, the bank accounts is getting smaller, and you don't have any time left. You know, forget about free time. No free time, right? You're just, from morning to evening, you're just spending all the time on your business, right? And it just doesn't lead to anywhere. You're wondering, like, where the heck is cash? Where is the profit? What the heck is going on here? You know, it's the exact opposite of what I wanted when I started this business. That's the reality that a lot of people encounter, and it's like a horror movie, you know? So in this book, and I highly recommend that you read this book that is called Profit First: How to Transform Your Business from a Cash-Eating Monster to a Money-Making Machine by Mike Michalowicz. So in this book, he really emphasized that a lot of people, they just do it all backwards in their business, right? Because it's just common sense. Through the years and years of accounting, entrepreneurs, they focused on sales, you know, creating more sales, getting bigger business, right? More sales minus expenses equals profit. So they focus on the revenue, to increase the revenue, to sell more, to grow bigger, and then use this money to pay the bills, to pay the expenses, to pay the employees, to pay everybody else. And if something is going to be left over, what is called profit, you know, then it's good. And you are, quote, profitable. A lot of people, they're profitable on paper, but they have no cash in the bank. Well, anyways, that's the problem. Is usually there's no leftovers, right? The expenses consume it all, and you gotta reverse all of that. You know, the number one thing that I got out of this book is that you gotta focus on profits first. No matter what size of your business, if you're just getting started, you know, you gotta focus on profit from day number one, from the very first day. You know, people are thinking, how can I grow this business? How can I make it bigger? How can I expand? Well, if your business is, you know, eating all this cash and it's not profitable right now, why do you think by growing and expanding your business and hiring more people, you're going to solve this problem with that? Usually it doesn't work like this. You know, people are entrepreneurs like us. You know, we are just going out the cliff and just boom, and jumping into this and just hoping that we are going to do like this with our hands and we are going to fly, right? The problem is we are humans. We cannot fly. We are not birds. You gotta focus on different things. It's like when if you saw this movie about Frankenstein, right? It's the exact analogy that people are making for this business. Like it grows like an Frankenstein, this monster that eats everything. It eats your cash, it eats your time, and you just need to flip it over and do the exact opposite. You gotta focus on the profits first in your business. You know, most entrepreneurs, they're just going from panic to panic, right? They're going from crisis to crisis. and their way of gauging how well they're doing is their bank account. So they're logging into your bank account and they're seeing if there is money in the bank. Awesome, it means I can spend it, right? And your expenses goes up the more money you make. That's just natural human behavior. We're making more money, we're spending more money, or even more money than you are making. If there is no money in the bank, then you hit this alert button, this alarm. Oh my gosh, no money in the bank. You gotta do something. You gotta sell stuff. You gotta, focus on sales, to sell anyone, anything, whatever, to get the cash flow going back. And that is moving, a lot of times, it's moving you away from your vision of your business, from your purpose and what you really want out of your business, because you are in survival trap. You are in survival mode. You're just doing anything that you can to get your cash flow back to where you feel more comfortable. That's how entrepreneurs kind of manage their money and manage their cash flow, just looking at their bank account. And it's not the best way to run a business. It's not the best approach. You gotta focus on profitability from day number one. And to do that, you need to reverse this formula, which states sales minus expenses, that's your profit, that's what is left. You gotta reverse that and focus on sales minus profit equals expenses. So what I mean by that is when you start paying yourself first, essentially, and taking profits out of all your sales right away, then you'll be forced to have less money that you can operate your business, which means you'll go leaner and you'll be more innovative, and you will not eat all this cash. It's like when you want to lose weight, let's say, and you see all those big giant plates of food that are put into every restaurant that you go. Is a giant plate full of food. How you're going to lose weight? You're just, you put all this food in the plate, you gotta eat it all. Like, we have this ingrained habit of leaving nothing on the plate. How can you leave anything on the plate if there are starving kids in Africa, right? You gotta eat it all. So that's what happens. But what if you reduce the plate size? You take a small plate and you put food in it. You just eat what is there on the plate, right? What if you also serve in a different way? What if you, instead of putting the bad stuff, the hamburger first, the chips, what if you put vegetables first, and you first get your stomach full of vegetables and good stuff that fills you up, and then you'll eat less of the bad stuff, of meat or all of that, hamburger, empty calories, potatoes. So you do it and you reduce temptation. You get all the junk food out of your house, out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. You just don't touch it. It's not in your refrigerator. If it's not in your refrigerator, if it's not in your house, then you cannot eat it, because it's not accessible to you. So you remove the temptation, and also you have a rhythm to it. Like, you're checking every now and then and see and measure how much you weigh, right? You have a rhythm, you have a flow, you're a momentum. The same thing you want to do with your business and your cash flow, right? You want to have smaller plates, which means that when income comes in terms of sales, when you have this income comes in, then you take profits first, you pay yourself first, you are profitable right away, then you have something left, and that's left is operating account, operating expenses to operate your business. Now all of a sudden you're forced to be more creative, more innovative with your money. Second is the way that you serve. You first focus on profits. You don't focus on expenses. You don't focus on paying the bills. You don't pay the bills and all the expenses before you pay yourself first in profits, and then you see what is left. And you reduce temptation, right? Make it so it's hard for you to access the profits. Make it super hard for you So it's only in extreme cases you get access to your profits, and this way you'll begin to build up your critical mass of cash flow, critical mass of money that you will need in order to create true financial freedom for yourself and have a healthy business. So that's the main ideas that you want to start thinking about and implementing right away in your business. And I highly recommend you to read this book, Profit First by Mike Michalovich. Find it on Amazon. It's an awesome book. I think every entrepreneur has to read it. And you know, I can definitely relate to it myself with my business, as I was growing fast with my startup company and Bitcoin's Wealth Club, and I was growing so fast, and my income was growing and growing and growing. And then at the same time, I started exploding my expenses, and I started to hiring expensive and unnecessary advisors. You know, I started hiring expensive and unnecessary programmers and coders that were just costing me way too much money than I should have been paying for this, right? And this stuff is just human nature, that if you don't combat it ahead of time, that's what ends up happening. You can make in millions of dollars and you can spend all the millions of dollars. You can be proficient and spending millions of dollars. It's really not that difficult. To spend money, it's easy. Easy to spend money. To make money, it's not easy. To make money and save money is not easy. It's difficult to make money and save money and invest money and grow it. It's even more difficult, right? But those are the skills required for you to become a successful entrepreneur. So I just want to share with you those couple of tips and those mindsets that hopefully you got a lot of value and will help you on your way to becoming a successful entrepreneur, because sometimes it is a hard road to take. It's a somewhat lonely road from your friends and family. You're taken by yourself, and it's not an easy road, and you have all those challenges. You have great ideas, you have visions, you want to grow your business, you want to serve your customers, you want to transform the lives of the people that you get a privilege to serve, and transform your life in the process. And it's not easy. And if you don't take a look at how your business is performing, your cash flow, how you manage your money, if you don't focus on profits first, if you don't generate profits, if you don't focus on profits, then what will end up happening is that you will not have the money to support your mission, to support your purpose, to support your vision. So it's super important that you pay attention to this part of your business from day number one. Read that book, it's going to help you, and I'll see you in the next videos, guys. Hope you have a great weekend and awesome week ahead of you.